Here are 8 functions of REM sleep dreaming that you may not necessarily have heard about. Number 1, testosterone. It's during REM sleep that we release peak levels of testosterone, and this happens both in men and in women. And of course, many of us know that testosterone is an important hormone. It's an anabolic hormone. It's there to help with muscle repair, replenishment, and also the building of muscle tissue. We also forget, however, it's essential for the health of our bones, and it also contributes to libido. And so, when individuals are not getting sufficient sleep, particularly rapid eye movement sleep, we see a reduction in this critical sex hormone, both in men and in women. Function number 2, REM sleep paralysis. Because upstairs in the brain, when we start to dream, the brain is incredibly active, but it also sends a signal all the way down your spinal cord to paralyze all of your voluntary muscles. Now, logically, we used to think as sleep scientists that the reason that the brain paralyzed the body was so that your mind can dream safely, so that you don't act out your dreams. And that in part is true. But there's another benefit that we've started to realize because when your muscles become flaccid, they release their tone, they go into a relaxed state, which encourages blood flow. And that blood flow helps with the repair of the tissues. And it also reduces down the stress and the strain on the joints. And therefore, we wake up in terms of our muscle health and our joint health in a superior fashion, having had that REM sleep muscle atonia, or what we call REM sleep paralysis. Number 3, temperature control. Because when we go into dream sleep, your brain stops regulating your body temperature. So you get these fluctuations that you would normally never see. Because we, human beings, we are homeotherms. We have the ability to exquisitely regulate and control our body temperature in a very tight, narrow range. That ability, that control is released during REM sleep. And so, what we think happens here is that it helps the brain and the body undergo some energy conservation. Controlling body temperature turns out to be hard work from a caloric perspective. But what we also see is that this halting of body temperature control allows your thermoregulatory system to essentially have a reset. And therefore, you refresh its ability for that accurate, exquisite body temperature control each and every day. Function number 4 is all about the heart, because when we go into REM sleep, we see these enormous accelerations and decelerations in your heart rate, and they are very unpredictable and they are very large in their extent. What this means is that your heart becomes highly variable in its speed of contractility rate, which is simply another way of saying that when we go into dream sleep, we have very high heart rate variability. And heart rate variability, the higher it is, typically overall for a number of different mental and also physical capacities, is a better sign. And what we think is happening here during dream sleep is that your heart gets the chance to be exercised in this glorious way of fast accelerations and decelerations, and that improves overall cardiovascular health.